Hey, come on in, come on in. Hey, come on in. It's time for Ridiculous Faith. Y'all come on in. Share the video for me, please. Ma'am, please, sir. I'm going to have an abbreviated experience today, but it's going to be good nonetheless. So I want y'all to come on in, share the video. Please, ma'am, please, sir. Please share the video. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to be talking about how to wrap up this year. How to wrap up the year, the way to do that, the way to make the assessments necessary to go to the next level in your business or ministry, how to wrap up the year. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all pray for my family. Please pray for my family. The young prophet had an appointment today. They're going to look at his scans today. And we believe God. We believe God. Healed, final answer. So, yeah. Y'all come on in, share the video for me, please. I'm not going to be on long today, but I want to talk to you about how to wrap up the year. So I'm going to give y'all a few moments to share the video. I'm sorry for being tardy for the party. Hey, Moni. How to prepare for your next year, but you got to wrap this one up right. And some of the things that you have to do to wrap up the year, it ain't fun, So you're gonna have to wrap up some relationships. It's a wrap. It doesn't mean that they weren't good, but it's a wrap now. When people show you who they are, Maya Angelou says, when people show you who they are, believe them. But I'm gonna add something to them. Believe them the first time. Don't just keep giving people auditions and repeat rehearsals. You're gonna have to wrap it up. So some programs and systems that you've been doing that's not serving you. You have to wrap it up. So yeah, let me see who's on here on Facebook. Good morning, good morning. Happy her day. Hey Rebecca, how you doing? Believe them the first time. Don't keep giving them auditions. Don't keep letting them try out on you. They showed you, they meant it. Somebody has been just saying negative things to me lately. And I'm just like, you can either receive them or you don't. I don't receive it, but and it's just crazy. I'm just, my mind is blown. Anyway, anywho, what do we have to do to wrap up the year with purpose and with power? Number one is you got to pause. You got to take a moment to reflect. And that pause can seem like the longest moment of your life, but you got to look back over your life. And if you keep making the same things over and over, the same mistakes, the same, you got to look at insanity. This is insanity. I want something to change. I keep doing the same thing. I got to pause. Pause to reflect on life. Pause to reflect on your health. Um, my health was an afterthought, regardless of how many people said, you need to do this, you need to take care of yourself. Your mama told you this stuff, and you thought you would never grow old. Now you got to pause to reflect on it, but don't stay there. Don't dwell there. You have to use it as fuel to get you to where you need to go. My doctor told me everything could be turned around with weight loss and diet. I mean, everything. So I don't need to wait till it get to a point where it's not something that can change. I have to pause. I have to come up with a plan though. I have to pause and reflect so I don't make the same mistakes again. I have to do that in my business. I have to look at what worked, what didn't work. You got to take a moment to reflect. Number two, I got to prioritize, focus on what really matters. And let me tell you something. We, especially as women, can put everything and everybody before us. I want you to type I matter. I matter. My feelings matter. My emotions matter. My body matters. My business matters. My dream matters. I can't be what I need to be for everybody else if I keep not mattering to myself. Um, and so you got what you want should matter, don't you think? And if you're in a relationship, and I'm talking about friendship, sisterhood, whatever, with anybody where you're not stop letting people treat you like an option and you keep making them a priority. So you're going to have to prioritize. You have to prioritize your relationship with God, because without that, everything else is going to falter. You're going to look for love in the wrong places. You're going to look for someone else to make you happy. You're going to look for fulfillment in other things. And I always say this, there's a void in your life that only your dreams can fulfill. So your dreams matter too. You can help push everybody else. You can encourage everybody else. But what did what's his name? Speak over yourself, encourage yourself. What's his name? Um, Donald Lawrence. They said, sometimes you have to encourage yourself. I mean, self care. I gotta care about myself. You can't make people care about you. You cannot make that. I tried. Trust me, I tried. I tried, but sometimes I fail. But I can matter to myself. And so I matter. I matter. And I gotta prioritize that above everyone else. Or I'm not going to be good. I'm not going to be a good mom if I don't take care of me, um, and get me together. And so, number one is pause. Number two, this I'm showing you how to wrap up your year. You got to and promise yourself you won't let this happen again. I won't let me be last again. I won't allow this to happen, and I won't allow others to do it to me again. I'm going to make myself a priority, and anybody who I'm in a relationship with. I don't need to be a priority in your life over you. Now, in your life, you need to be the priority. In my life, I need to be, but I need to be a priority. I'm not hanging around. I'm not fooling with people who don't make me a priority. I'm just not. I don't have to. I'm 51. And what do I tell y'all? The one means something. Okay. 50 whole 1 years old. Number three, I got a plan. I got to lay out actionable steps to start the next year. Wrap up the loose ends. I got some projects that's laying on the table. I got a few books and stuff to wrap up. I can't wait to wrap these bad boys up. I'll wrap them up before December because I don't want to take any old projects into a new season. That's a word right there. I don't want to take any old projects into a new season. Facebook, would y'all do me a favor and just share it real quick? Share it one time. I don't want to take old projects into a new season. And so I gotta wrap it up. I gotta tie it up. I gotta tie it up tight and let it go. Then I gotta persevere. I gotta acknowledge challenges, but I also gotta remind myself I have the strength to overcome them. This is not the first time I've been in a situation. This is not the first time you've been in a situation. God got you out before he'll get you out again. But stop getting yourself in the same predicaments over and over again. And that's something that, don't just persevere to get out of something you get ready to get yourself back into. Don't get yourself back into debt. Don't get yourself back into depression. You said, well, Pastor Monica, I can't. You sure can. You gotta change your nouns, in as people, places, and things. Whatever puts you there, you got to get out of it. You have the strength to get out of it. Amen. All right. So then I got to practice. I got to practice. What do I want to do better? I had the best conversation. My British BFF, Sarah, I knew she was the person to talk to with what I'm trying to do in this next season. And I said, Sarah, I need to pick your brain. I need you. And we just really had a great conversation. And she was telling me certain things to do to get me to where I want to go. You got to practice. I don't care how great you are. You can still practice. You if you got to hone in on your skills. And the older I become, the more of a niche market I am. I'm not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. I am not for everybody. And you got to stop trying to make yourself for everybody. I'm just not for everybody. um and so I'm developing myself to where I'm just more of a niche. I'm more of a niche, and I'm okay with having my group. I'm okay with having my group. um and it's still a massive group. It's still a massive group. It's still a lot for me to do, a lot of ministry for me to do. But I got to practice. You have to practice. Whatever you do good, you can do better. Whatever you do better, you can do best. Okay, listen. um so I got to practice. Number six is I got to have positivity. You start out, I don't know if it's going. What do you mean? I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. It will work. I want y'all to type it will work. I want everybody to type it will work. It will work. It will work. What will work? The business, the ministry, the idea, the plan. Come on, the relationship. It will. You can decide. It will work. It will work because I said it will work. And I have what I say. It will work. Now, you can't force nobody's hand. Let me just say that. You can't force nobody's hand. It may not work with you, but it's gonna work for me. It's gonna work for me because I decided a long time ago it's going to work for me. All right. So you got it's going to work. Moni, the plan that we have, it's going to work. You got to go in singing it will work. It will work. It will work. Everything that you put your hands to in this season will work. Every idea, Lisa, that you have, every conference that you have, every workshop that you have, it will work. It's not going to just work. It's going to be exceedingly, abundantly. It's going to work well. You put in systems, you've invested in yourself, you put systems in place for it to work. And so it will work, period. All right. So it will work. So positivity, and then number 7 is power. Not your own personal power, but in my weakness is my his strength is made perfect in my weakness. So I get to you. I have the authority. Listen to this, y'all. I've explained this before, but I'm gonna do it again. I have the authority to use his power. Listen to me. I'm not coming in my own might. I'm not coming in my own strength. I'm not coming in my own power, but I have the authority to use his power. I have the authority to use his power. Now I use this illustration. If you come out of my church, that's 273. A police officer can stand out there and stop traffic, not because he has the power to stop. A little Kia could run him over. I don't care how big he is. A tiny car could run him over. Why? Because he don't have the power to stop it. It don't even have to be a tractor trailer. It could be a tiny little car, and it will run him over. Why? Because he don't have the power to stop it. But Newcastle County gave him the authority. So I don't care how tiny he is. It could be a big tractor trailer. When he puts his hands up, that uniform and badge gives him the authority to stop traffic. Do y'all get what authority and power is? So it's not my power, but I get to use his. I get to name drop. I get to come on, y'all. So I walk. Believers are not walking in their authority. I'm walking in authority, living life the way it. Let me tell you something. I have authority. I got authority over my mind, my will, my intellect, my imagination, and my emotions. I got authority over my money. I got authority over whether things happen to me. You're not using your authority. You're allowing things to happen to you. No, I said what I said. You're allowing. God is no, you're allowing. He gave me permission to use his power. So I have to walk in dominion status because that's what he gave me. He told me to be fruitful and multiply. He wouldn't tell me to do something I couldn't do. So I have the authority to command my finances to line up. I have the authority to command my family and generational curses to be broken. I have the authority. Where's your, y'all need to put Bill Winston's Believer's Authority on repeat. So you can start walking around and commanding some things to happen. You can start walking around and living the life that, that God intended. You need to get Donald Lawrence. I'm on Donald Lawrence kick right now. On repeat. Let's get back to eat and live on top of the world. My family's blessed. Finances. You got to feed yourself with that. You got to, this is how we talk. This is how we live. This is how we roll. Okay. So I got authority over it. I'm tired of backing down to something that I have power over. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of allowing things to happen when I don't it don't get to happen to me. I'm a no-fly zone for the devil. So you don't get to do this to me. The devil will try to kick your butt if you let him. He don't have the power. You have the authority. Okay. All right. So then number 8 is purpose. I got to reconnect with my why. I want to go away a couple of days, and I really do, by myself, so I can just really get back to the why of things. Why am I doing what I'm doing? What is the meaning of it? How can God get the glory out of it? If I can't answer those questions, I don't need to be doing it. If it's not attached to my purpose, it don't need to be a part of my life. I mean, at this point, I'm purpose only. Listen, y'all get that? At this point, I'm purpose only. I don't care what's a good idea. If it's not a God idea, I don't care nothing about what y'all say. Oh, Pastor Michael, this is so awesome. I'm not being pushed into something that's not purpose. I want y'all to hear that. I'm not being pushed into something that's not for no money, not for some notoriety, not to be on somebody's front line, front row, not to be in somebody's camp. I ain't trying to do none of that. And these kingdoms is crumbling anyway. I ain't trying to get in with nobody. I don't, I'm telling you, I've decided that it's purpose for me. It's the purpose for me. It's purpose for me. And anything else is not even secondary. It's non-existent in my life. If it ain't purpose, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to just do stuff. I don't want to be on this hamster wheel of life where I'm just doing stuff to do it just to keep busy, to occupy, my time. Nope. If guess what? If I don't know what else to do, I'm gonna just stand. I'm just gonna stand until he tell me what to do. That's where I'm gonna do. That's what I'm doing. Hey, Brittany. All right. So purpose. And when you don't know what your purpose is, you're like a chicken with your head cut off. Like you just operating, you just living. I don't want to be in the permissive will of God. The permissive will of God, I appreciate grace though, because that allows me to not, grace and mercy allows me not to die in a place that I really shouldn't be in. And it's in the word, the permissive will. Like you doing what you want to do, and he gives you permission to have free will. But the perfect will of God is his original intention. I'm telling you, his original intention for your life was you to be happy, is for you to be wealthy, for you to be healthy, for you to be whole. That's God's original. Beloved, I wish above all that you prosper, be in health, even as your soul prospers. He says, listen, that's my intention for you. He said, my plans for you are good and not evil, not to harm you, but giving you an expected end. These are the plans of God. So you need to position yourself to understand that anything that ain't his plan. And I'm living in some stuff right now that I'm like, this is not your plan for my life. It's not your plan. So I got to get out of it because this is not the plan. Listen, some things you can comb through your life and you say, this is not the plan. When I got married, this wasn't the plan. When I had children, this was not the plan. When I got this job, me living paycheck to paycheck, that wasn't the plan. So we gotta comb through our lives and find out what adjustments we need to make so that we can live in the plan and purposes of God. I'm almost done already. It's her day today, and I got to do something before our meeting. So, um, where's the next one? And plus, I want to talk to Matthew's doctor. You know what I'm saying? It's something only a mama. You understand what I mean? And he made the appointment without me, so y'all pray for me because he like, Ma, I'm 24 years old. I don't care. I want to be there. I want to look the doctor in his face. I want to talk to him. So, so I want to get off and get on to talk to them. So presence, stay mindful and be present in the moment. I am learning this more than not, that presence is important. Not just the presence of God, but me being present. Like even with my grandkids, sometimes I take my computer over there. First of all, they don't let me type on the computer at all. They just like magnets to it. They want to push the buttons. Kennedy wants to close the computer every time I open it. She just has a vote. So I don't know why I do it anyway, as if they're going to allow me to do that. But you know what? I don't need to be on. I'm on a computer enough. When I come over there, I need to be present. So I sat down and I made a big tower with the big Legos, and they knocked it down, and they love taking it apart and throwing it in it. And I'm right there in a moment and asking them that you should see them. They're so cute. They know their colors now. Yellow. I don't know how they say it. Purple. I'm like, I'm in the moment. I'm being present. When I'm with my kids, when I'm with my son, we go out to eat. I'm like, put the phones down. Let's just talk. Can we just talk? Can we just talk? I just want to talk. I just want to be present. And then the last one is the promise. I'm promising, not just embracing the promises of God. Let's talk about that first. First, embrace the promises of God. Your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness. God did not take his word back over your life. Do y'all receive that? God did not take his word back over your life. God did not take his word back. He didn't take his word from you. He didn't take his word back from you. So you got to rest on the promises of God. But then you got to make some promises to yourself. Promise yourself that you'll stop coming in last in your life. Promise yourself that your dreams matter and you're going to make every effort to achieve said dreams. Promise yourself that you deserve it. I mean that you know as hard as you worked, as faithful as you've been, as much as you've sown, that it's your turn in your time to reap a harvest. Promise that you're going to get your harvest this season. Promise it. Promise. You can make that promise. I'm going to make every effort to do everything that God calls me to do. I'm going to make every effort to be present in my own dreams. I'm going to make every effort, every single effort. So that's what I got for you today. How to wrap it up. I got to pause. I got to prioritize. I got to plan. I got to persevere. I got to practice. I got positivity. 7 is power. Number 8, purpose. Number 9 is presence. And number 10 is promise. That's what I have for you today. I'm going to ask everybody to sow a seed. I'm going to ask everybody to sow a seed. Just sow your best seed today. And just put seed sown. I believe God. Thank y'all for partnering with me. Y'all saw I broke ground in Ghana. Like, I know y'all know the work that I'm doing in Kenya, but we broke ground. I put the video up yesterday. We broke ground to the building. We're going to have a physical location in Ghana. And they sent me the video and I was so excited. And they told me, I was like, can I share it with them? They was like, absolutely. I'm just so excited about what God is doing in my life. And so I want y'all to really, really thank you, Kim. I want y'all really, really to just continue to support, continue to pray for me, and continue to sow seed because it's going to the kingdom. If you're not going to the world, I am. And so therefore your seed goes with me. I hope y'all coming with me for the groundbreaking. I'm going to Kenya. I'm going to Ghana. I got a lot of stuff that I'm doing. And I got some other things. I want y'all to sow real quick. And I'm going to tell you what the Lord is really unctioning me to do. I told you everything. Thank you, Toya. 100-fold in this season. But I want to say this to you. I need more of you to sow. Please, just whatever you need. It doesn't have to be an hour for us to sow. TikTok is PM Global One. Cash App is PM at PastorMonica.com. Zelle is Lady M Haskell at AOL.com. One of the things that I have done, and it doesn't matter the size of your gift. It's just that you sow. You're sowing into good ground. All right, thank you, Kim. 100-fold return in Ghana is gonna be lit. Okay, y'all might want to move here. Okay, listen, y'all might want to hold it down and move there, but because you can live good in Ghana. Okay, hallelujah. Um, but I want to say this. Some of the things that the Lord has been impressing upon me is building speakers like around the world, and so these my friend Sarah has spoken in 101 countries. She's spoken in 101 countries, and thank you, Tam. 100-fold return. um she's spoken in 101 countries. And so we were both a part of an organization, and that's how I spoke in London as being a part of the organization. And she was hired up in the organization. And when we got close, I said it a while ago. I said to her, I want to start a faith-based organization like this for speakers to speak around the world, to train speakers to speak, give them opportunity and platform to speak around the world. And when I tell you, she gave me everything I needed last night. She gave me the plan. She gave me the focus, and it's something that I want to do. I kind of want that to be the second phase or the next. Kind of like I look at my years and I look at my life rather in 10-year increments. So from 30 to 40, I was just hustling every day. I'm hustling, hustling, hustling. And then from 40 to 50, I was building a firm foundation with all the schools and different things like that and all of that. But I think from 50 to 60, what I want to do is I want to build this worldwide. I am global for real. I said PM Global when I started, but I didn't know that it was going to branch out like this. Um, oh, I have another thing to celebrate. I got pictures. I'll put them up today. I actually have a publishing company in Kenya, and I partner with printers. And instead of me shipping books to them, which got super super expensive, I produced the books here, and sent it to digitally to Kenya. and then the printers, and they look amazing. They're like, PM, I got my books. A whole, and I'm like, I'm making dreams happen all the way over in Kenya. I'm making dreams happen in Ghana. I'm like, it just, they were like, I had this in me for so many years, but I connected with you, and in a couple of months, I got it in my hands. That's amazing. And so that's why your seed is important. And that's why, so thank y'all so much for partnering with us. I'm gonna leave. I got her church. I'll see y'all at noon. Her church. I will see y'all at noon. And then the rest of you, please sow something. And those of you who will sow later, I appreciate you. All right. Matthew's at the doctor. Will y'all please pray for my child? And in Jesus' name. All right. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.